Hello and welcome back to the Next Step Help YouTube channel, where we help young men take the next steps to achieving their dream life. Today I'm going to talk about how you can most effectively set up your days for success using the principle of winning the morning to win the day. This is an idea that's utilised by productivity guru Robin Sharma. He talks about how if you can win the morning, you create enough momentum so you can continue the discipline and productiveness throughout the rest of your day, leading on from the morning. So, what does this mean? This means we need to create an effective morning routine that builds momentum and success through doing multiple tasks so that we can then continue this to the rest of the day. This is based on the principle of momentum, which says that once you've started doing something, it's easier to continue doing it than to stop it. And the momentum is built through doing lots of tasks that are difficult, and usually it would take a lot of time and effort to do. But because you've already done them, you're flowing through this state of you're just going, you're productive, you're being disciplined, and you just bring that into the rest of your days. So what are some of the things we can do to win the morning? I'm going to go through a couple of them now. Number one, it's got to be meditating. To sit down, practice being mindful and present and bringing your awareness back to the present so that you can then continue this through the rest of the day and be more present and mindful as you go through it. Number two, it's got to be gratitude. Being able to sit down in the morning and write 5 things, minimum 5 things you're grateful for, sets you in a really good mindset and mind state for the rest of the day, as it puts you in a position of being grateful for what you do have and not longing for the things that you don't. Furthermore, this is one of the best things that you can actually do to improve your mental health. Next is going to be exercise. You need to do something in the morning that will get your body moving and your blood pumping. This will wake you up, move you out that unconscious sleepy energy into a more active energy that you can then use to put into something you want to do. For me, I do a set of stretches in the morning, and Sam, he loves to go on a run. A cold shower is another good task for you to do. This is something that's very difficult, and once you've done it in the morning, it feels like you can do anything in the rest of the day. Plus, it's got some really good health benefits, which we've touched upon in an earlier video. One of the biggest things that I recommend doing is not touching your phone within the first couple of hours of the day. This is because if you touch your phone, it will set you into a reactive state. You're being bombarded by other people's inputs and thoughts, and that puts you into a reactive state. You're reacting to this, whereas we want to be as proactive as possible. So you're not getting input from anyone else, you're staying solitude for the first couple of hours of the day, so you can be really dedicated to the thing that you need to do to push the needle forwards in whatever you're doing the most. I'd also recommend journaling, not specifically journaling like how's your day's been, because it hasn't really started yet, but journaling the goals that you need to do to push whatever you're doing forwards the most. For me, when I do this, I set myself 3 key highlights, and this is a practice that Ali Abdul uses. There are so many things nowadays that we want to do, that we could be doing, that we could put our energy into. And of course, this isn't really a productive thing to do, as our energy is spread way too thin. We're not actually getting any decent results from certain things. Because of this, he's created a system where you do 3 key tasks that day. It's basically a way to register that today's been a productive and successful day. If you do these 3 tasks, today's been a good day. There are so many other tasks that we could be doing on top, but those 3 are the key ones. If you've done those 3, then it's a successful day. Nothing else needs to be done. So write down the 3 key things in the morning that you want to do that day to push whatever you're doing the furthest along. It should be high leverage and priority items, things that give you a good return on investment. And yes, these are probably quite hard, but it's the most important thing you need to do. The last thing that I'm going to suggest is doing the hard things first. This comes from a book called Eat That Frog. It talks about how you do the most difficult thing in your whole day as early as possible, because that's when you're most focused, you've got the most energy, you've got all these positive things stacking yourself up to give you the best advantage for tackling that hard thing. Once you've done that hard thing, the rest of your day is going to be so much easier, and that's going to create so much momentum for you to power through and be productive. And you're going to be really grateful that you've got the hardest thing out of your way. It's not going to be nagging in your mind for the rest of the day. What you should do from now is try and build this into a routine. Set when you're going to do these habits and specify exactly what each of these means to you, so you can know if you've been successful and how to build this productively day in, day out. Make these easy so you have good success with this. So instead of saying, I'm going to go for a 10k run each morning, just say, I'm going to put on my running shoes and go outside the house. That way, even if you don't decide to run 10k, it's still been successful. And we just want to build the consistency though, so that eventually down the line, you can go for a 10k run pretty much every morning and be successful. Maybe add in some of the things you want to do. I wouldn't recommend taking anything out. However, if you want to, you can do this. Thank you very much for watching this video on how we can effectively use a morning routine to increase our productivity through the rest of the day, and what you should build into that morning routine to win the morning so you can win the day. Please check us out at nextstephelp.net for one-to-one affordable client coaching with either me or Sam from the Next Step Help team, where we'll help you take the next steps to achieving your dream life. If you've got anything you want to say about this video, please put it in the comments, respond and read all of these. Thank you very much and good luck.